the next camping adventure will be going over to Ohio, and I'll be at a little hip camp that's called Camping with Unruly Goats. So we are getting prepared. My lovely assistant doing all the work. Getting some food. This will be a little more involved than the last trip. I got scrambled eggs makings. I'll still go with hot dogs. That'll be fine. I got some sausage in these cool little packages. I got salt, pepper, garlic. I got olive oil. What's in here? Oh, cherries. I got cherries in that guy. And then that's my little container for all my fire starter stuff and kitchen stuff. So it should all fit in there just fine. Ooh, what's this? Cookies? Cookies? Jason didn't hide those from you, did she?
I knew where they were, she told me.
This time I'm taking a pair of shorts. Well, do I dare try taking coffee percolator? I just can't resist trying. Okay, everything's packed up again. Very, very hot out, very sweaty. But we're ready to roll. Going to go to Ohio to the Camping with Unruly Goats campsite. Gonna be awesome. All right, goodbye house. We are off. That cool air sure feels good. Well, you're probably wondering, how do you do cruise control on a 2005 FJR 1300? And it's what you do is you use a throttle meister. And tighten this guy here, no hands, cruise along. You loosen it up, works like a charm. And these are palm supports. They are very, very nice for long rides. Rest your palms on there. I used to get a lot of wrist pain. And I got the taller windshield. And then I have here, I've got the risers, which you can see take the handlebars up just a little bit and then back. That makes a big difference on the riding position also. So a nice setup. And it's Indiana. Corn everywhere. Soybeans everywhere. Farms everywhere. I love this part of the country so much. Well, get gassed up here at the truck stop. What are we looking at? $3.99, except I want the 89 octane for $34. Something's got to be done about these bugs. Yikes. Well, I'm gonna have to use Dave's technique. I mean, do they have anything smaller? Well, that's a lot better. Okay, let's roll. Well, about 2 hours away. That's one disgusting bug. $3.49. That's like 50 cents cheaper than that.
The open road and an old life. Driving down from the Devil's Hill. No more working, Devil's will. Putting all the green aside. Living on the scenic high. Just an old man rolling out. Weary traveler. Hoping to find a slow way out. Going back. Oh, no, no. I pitch my tent in the tall grass, where the young men dare to go. You know life should drive so fast, so fast. I'm a lonely man, but a man alone. Just an old man rolling out. Weary traveler, hoping to find a slow way out. Going back.
All right, I made it. This is the, what is it called? Camping with Unruly Goats. And got just a lovely spot here. I'll be setting up under that tree there. And we got chickens to keep us company. Got one escapee goat out there. His name is Teacup. And there's the unruly goats. Look at them. They're looks like they're expecting rain. They're all hanging out. They're hanging out in there. They don't look unruly now, but you never know. I'd say the ducks look a little more unruly. They're heading for the pond. Oh, a beautiful spot. Very good. And I haven't been rained on yet, so that is even better. And it looks like they keep some bees too. All right. So the mighty Feejer is ready to be unloaded. Unloaded, and we'll get things set up. The cats' names are James, Harriet, Sigmund, and Tristan. See if you can guess who they're named after. All right, there's the spot. See if Teacup will let us come up here. Hey, Teacup. You having fun out here? All right. And there's the grommet holes I put in. Getting the poles up is always the most fun. More of a two-person job, but it can be done. Okay. You coming to check out the motorcycle? Huh? Pretty cool, isn't it? All right, here I am in my tent. Got some shorts this time. Shorts, and I got camp slippers, so much cooler. Oh, we shall contemplate dinner when and if I cool off and get hungry. Okay, once again, I have no complaints about a 9x7 4-man tent. You can get, this is it's a 7-foot, I believe, cot. So, you know, there's a foot on either end of space. I got all this room over here for junk. I mean, it's basically the vestibule combined with the tent. So I just love this setup. All right, I should not eat this. I went and got some watermelon. I should not eat it now, but I'm so thirsty. All right, it's cooled down enough to think about getting some hot dogs and stuff ready. So there's the FireBox. I'll just set it up there, get some coals going. And I just put some charcoal in this mixed nuts container. Got enough there for probably 3 or 4 meals. I just set them in here like I saw on YouTube. This is a fire starter thing. I haven't used one of these before. I'm just going to cut a piece off and set it in there and see if I can light it. Well, it's very crumbly, so I think you're supposed to use the whole thing. That seems like a waste though. Will it start? Let's find out. Will this thing start? Let's find out. We got the local fire marshal. Alright, let's see if it gets those coals going. Well, by golly, the starter certainly does start. Great little camping spot. I believe my handy dandy thermometer thing is saying it's pretty much 80 degrees, maybe 79 or so. Of course, of all the directions the smoke could blow, it's blowing right into the tent. But, you know, we can use a little fumigation in here. Better the smoke smell than my smell. Oh. Alright, the first lesson is putting olive oil into one of these little containers. It still leaks. Alright, this is my cool little, it has eggs for the morning. I've got some onions in a little bag, some peppers and some butter in there, so I'll use some of the onions and peppers for my hot dogs, and then everything else will go into an omelet. Alright, those coals are perfectly ready for a hot dog to go on them. How do you put this thing on without burning yourself? What you do is use gloves. I learned this from a YouTube guy. Oh, there's supposed to be some little notches in there for this stuff to fit into. There we go. We shall place the hot dogs on the grill. Hot dog number 1. Hot dog number 2. Wow, looking good already. Turn those over a little bit. Look at that. Man, this thing is great. Tomorrow I'm going to break out a little pan I got and see if I can scramble some eggs in it, for Pete's sake. See how that goes. Well, look at that. Really, it was only about maybe 10 or 15 minutes, if that. And those things are ready. That's with 7 coals. And of course it is a hot dog, so we must have mustard. No, my camp food is so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Why, that was so good. I do believe I'll have another. The waddle is on. We don't know why the ducks waddle. What drives them to waddle? Instinct? We don't know. Oh, hot dog number 2, ready to go. Just my own little world here. No deadlines, no projects that need completed, no code that needs debugged. Just me doing nothing. The introvert in his element. Got the morning fire going. Had some rain in the night. This hat got a little wet. It was over here in this corner. See what that was about. Maybe it was just touching. Yeah, it was probably touching this. Well, it fits on there pretty well. Got this little egg container. 2 eggs and some butter in there. I'm assuming this will be ready when the butter starts sizzling. Well, can you see the skunk over there? Let's hope he doesn't decide he wants breakfast. I mean, skunks won't come up to a camper, will they? Well, it's been a while. I just put some of these little sausages in there. Well, the thermometer says 157, so it's getting hot. I don't know what it has to be for eggs. I think I'll go ahead and put them in and see if they cook. People eat eggs raw, right? I'm sure this will attract the skunk. A little bit of the salt and pepper and garlic combo. And while we're waiting on that, I decided to bring this guy along. I preloaded it with coffee, so I can avoid spilling it. Just get some water in there. Good argument for having a bottled water. Alright, she's all reassembled. I'll disassemble it. Ready to go on. Not that I think it matters for eggs, but I am just curious. And I can hear it sizzling. There's 170. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fine. complete even. Ta-da! I think what we're going to do for this is use this attachment here. How's it go? I understand the theory of the little tabs. Well, you can just hear it starting to burble. Encouragement here. My golly, it has burbled through. Oh, wait a minute. Not ready for that. Almost forgot. All right, the milk will froth nicely at about 150, and we're at 130 now, so the critters show up. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a cat on a mission. If you want to do something useful, cat, go after the skunk. Cats galore. Okay, yikes. Tad bit warm. Boy, you heat the milk up and the cats come out of the woodwork. This should scare them off. And a nice frogging. Professional barista quality camp espresso. Oh my goodness. Oh my heavens. Nothing like coffee on a camping morning. Ran the cats off, ran the skunk off. Now I can have my coffee in peace. Well, it's always fun putting this thing together and taking it apart, but it is so comfortable. I'm getting a little better at it. Just push down on these spots. A little better, but not a lot better at it. The trick with this thing is to like get a knee in here and then push. Get a knee in there and push. Pull up on the top. So if you ever buy the $58, maybe this was $69, I forget how much this was. If you ever buy the Walmart camping cot, this is how you do it. At least how I do it.
Okay.
Packed up once again. Well, heading back home, looks like going right into some storms. Tried to get gas here where it's $3.39, unbelievably, but they were out of premium and plus, and I at least like to run plus in this 89 octane, so I'll go on to another spot. But $3.39 in Ohio? If I get back to Indiana, it's still $4. Somebody's got some splaining to do. Well, $3.32. today. Made it home in one piece. Another successful camping trip in the books. All right, I have returned from camping number 2. Tent camping number 2 is complete and in the books. So I'll call this extreme hot weather camping because basically the tent is a sweat lodge by the time I've got it erected. So a good trip, but I definitely need to keep lots of these microfiber rags because the way I sweat, these things are lifesavers in the field. The other thing is cotton pants are just a bad idea, and I believe I'm going to have to come up with a better solution for summer pant gear, something lightweight. I'll Google it, I'll find something, but we're gonna have to do something different. The experiences with cooking were very positive. I even was able to make my little Mocha cappuccino using my percolator, and then foam some milk even. So that actually worked. It takes quite a while with the coals to heat things up. I did scrambled eggs. It took quite a while to heat that up with charcoal. So I might look at other fuel sources in the future to try and speed up things. I don't really care at night, but for breakfast, sometimes you want to get going a little quicker. This was my first time using Hip Camp, which is kind of an Airbnb for tent campers. RV campers also, but basically it's just people that say, yeah, sure, you want to come and put a tent up in my yard overnight, I'll let you do that. And most of them actually have porta potties and fire rings and everything else set out. So a lot of them are farms, ranches, stuff like that. So I was able to get a place that was a goat farm, and you know, for $30 they'll let you put a tent out on the property. And that's what I did. So that was Hip Camp. So I was very, very pleased with how that went. Most state parks are $40 to $60 or more dollars, so they're quite a bit more expensive. With the GoPro, I tried out using a tripod, and that went a lot better. The tripod's pretty darn handy. I mean, it's bulky to carry around. I just have the Amazon Basics $30 cheapo tripod. I'm sure I can do better. But I did get a mount for the GoPro that makes it easy to mount the GoPro to it, and it fits in my big 75-liter bag, so it's not too big a deal. But it was kind of nice to set that up and just have it there pointing at the food while I made my attempts at scrambled eggs and whatnot. So I did like that. We did have some rain, not a lot, but enough to make it clear that it's very nice to have that larger tent, 9x7 tent that I have. I took quite a bit of footage from the helmet cam, so I believe this will be my first time with the GoPro on the helmet, on the chin mount. So we'll see how that turned out. I haven't looked at any of the footage yet, but that'll be the other new thing with this. So as I continue in my series of learning how to camp, how to do a GoPro, and how to have fun with it all, that's next on the list, the tripod and the chin mount GoPro.